You're not on it. Dr. Lee flies to Germany. Anyway, what I'm about to do here today is I'm about to make the Frikadel. Now this is just phase one of a three-phase process. There's a video out there where a guy named Chef Uber from GermanDeli.com, he makes the hot gratin. And what he does is he mixes the Maggi hot gratin with the Knorr hot gratin. Well, what I'm going to do today is I've already figured out a way to make my own hot gratin. So what I'm going to do, use a few key ingredients. And the key ingredient that I'm going to use is Contadina breadcrumbs. You know what? Seems kind of empty, but that's okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure off the Knorr hot gratin, excuse me, the Maggi hot gratin, shake it off in the cup, and that's 4 ounces. Then what I'm going to do is measure off. And I just don't have enough. Boy, I tell you, being prepared is a big thing around here, you know what I mean? I guess I can't do what I want to do. Oh, there we go. I knew I had enough. I knew I had enough what I needed. So anyway, I'm going over here. I'm going to measure off my 4 ounces. Now the next thing we're going to do here, we're going to mix up the Maggi. We're going to mix it up. Then I'm going to taste it. It tastes just like Contadina breadcrumbs. I'm telling you. So now, I'm going to mix up the Contadina breadcrumbs. And just a few little things missing. The things that I think are missing is about a tablespoon a level tablespoon of totally saturated. A level tablespoon of parsley. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these up together really good. Watch the color, watch the color. Yeah, this is a little more coarse than the Maggi, but that's really not what we want to worry about because the coarseness substitutes the bread. Got it? The peppers in the tongue of salad just make you sneeze. So now, I'm going to go ahead in here. Just to underscore how significant this is, Zinni was CENTCOM commander from 1970 to 2000. He had access to all the most sensitive intelligence in Iraq. And his view of the intelligence was what the U.S. military's view was right up to 2001, which is that... I'm going to take this over to Ms. Laura, who don't want to be on camera today. Okay, baby. The wave of sanctions are closing in on him. Everything in totality is his ability to threaten the United States with chief militia guy fighting the chief guy. Let's take a look at another example. Here's Vice President Cheney in a pattern repeated over and over again as he sold the Iraq war. Tell them what you got, baby. Same thing, baby. So there you go. So whenever you want to make some Frikadel, Ali, just with the Maggi, 1 full tablespoon of totally saturated Creole seasoning, and 1 tablespoon of dry parsley, brother. 1 of each. Now, next time what I'm going to do, when I do this again, is I'm going to do the same thing with the Knorr, okay? So I can measure off the Knorr, and I can get the Knorr recipe for myself. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to just take what I mixed up for the experimentation, and I'm going to store that. I'm going to store this. I'm going to store it for another time.
update it and try it again later. But for now, since I am doing the Frikadel thing, or we can just say the freaking thing, I'm going to go ahead and do the original. Now remember, next time I do this, I'll be duplicating the Knorr recipe. Now the guy on the internet, he used beef, lamb, and pork. But today, I'm just going to use beef and lamb. Now when you get these packages, they're for 1 pound of meat, right? Well, I got 2 pounds of meat, so I use 2 packages. Pretty simple. Or, if you're using all 3, then you got to cut it up in thirds. Now, 2 types of meat, I want to mix them up. And what I want to do is mix them up by hand. You get a good consistency. I want to make sure that, you know, because the beef and the pork are 2 different colors. One's a little more red, one's a little more pink. I want to make sure I get an even tone color by mixing up both of these evenly. Now, of course, you can make a meatloaf out of this too, if you want to. And if you look at the instructions on here, it tells you to mix this with 1 cup of water, half a cup of water. So since you mix it with a half a cup of water, I got 2. I'm going to mix it with a whole cup of water. Or 8 ounces. Make sure that's level. Checking this out in a good light. Oh yeah, it's coming out beautiful, baby. Coming out beautiful, got the right amount of water. Now remember, the breadcrumbs that I'm going to be using in the future is going to take the place of the bread that you use in Germany. Now you can add some eggs in here if you want to, because the eggs really won't add much flavor to it. But that's your option to do if that's what you want to do. Next, you add the water. Ooh, Dr. Lee Rather makes a mistake. Yeah, you're right, baby. It smells so good. One thing about them frikadellings, or frikadel, whatever the Germans call it, that's what it is. You know, I've never been there, so I don't know. That's why I got a brother over there in Germany who I'm sending this recipe to. That's going to tell me if I got this right, because he's going to lay it on the Germans, Dr. Lee style, and he'll let me know if I got an authentic product. And that's what we're working for, an authentic simulation of the real thing. I'm going to use the whole thing just like the patch thing. Then I'm going to mix this up real good to make the burgers. And then I'll come back because I don't want to touch the camera with all this freakiness on my hand. So it's Dr. Lee. I'm about to get the mixing, but for now, I'm just going to let you know that that's how I'm putting it together. Remember, next time we're going to be putting it together with the Knorr hot braten before we combine the Knorr with the Maggi. So anyway, I'm signing off just for a little while, but I'll be back. Peace.